Hello, bannange mbalamusizza abalungi. This is Nana Kagga with the Nakinyuguzi Chronicles. Now, I want to talk about something that actually resonated with me. It was a clip from a lady called Akothe, where she talked about us taking care of our parents. And that's my topic for today. She actually addressed us taking care of our parents economically. But I want to talk about something deeper. Taking care of our parents does not stop at the economic level. I think what we need to do here is give of our time to our parents and give of our children to our parents, simply because our parents have been there most of our lives. If you're lucky enough that your parents are still alive, yakuzaala era ye muzaddewo. Kwegamba, it's not that a lot of us don't even take care of our parents economically. We don't take care of them mentally or emotionally. Okufuna obudde n'ogenda n'olaba ku bazadde bo n'otuulako nabo. Most of the time, some of our parents are not even wanting of economic things. They just want your time. They want to talk to you. They want to understand, the things that you've done with your life. They want to hear about your successes. They want to hear about your failures. They want to share experiences. What's even better is taking our children to see our parents. You see, the love of a grandparent is something phenomenal. Ate ekirala omuzzukulu bamaama baffe ne bataata baffe bamwagala mu ngeri ate gwe gy'oyinza okulowooza nti tebaakwagalamu kubanga abazzukulu baba baami oba baba bakyala. So like for my sons, when they go over to judges, nategekera abaami, oba my dad, n'alaba ku mukyala, it's absolutely fantastic because it's a link into generations. My children see the past and they can hear it and they can see it. And then my parents see the future through their grandchildren. And that is something powerful because we pass on ourselves that love, that continuity, just by visiting our parents, even letting our children see our parents, spend time with them, understand them. Some of us is so embarrassed about our parents and where we come from. Mbegayiridde bannange nga Akothe bwe yagamba mu video ye, bw'oba you're embarrassed about your where you come from or the house you came from or your parents, then make it better. A lot of us are here in the city. Some of us are not as successful as we wanted to be, but akantu konna akatono k'olinawo kaddize bakadde bo kubanga tebagenda kubeerawo forever. They're on borrowed time and you can't wait for them to be in the grave, then you give them. Some of us say njagala kulindako nga nkoze kasente ate ndyoke nsire mu kyalo bakadde bange mbalabirire. You don't know what's going to happen, but when you can give them when they're alive, it's a really, really beautiful thing because they gave you when you're a child. So you must now take care of them. You must spend time with them. You must understand them. But, bamama baffe ne bataata baffe be basinga n'okutufaako. Owulidde? Okulowooza nti maama oba taata waakuswaza or the house or the neighborhood ekyalo kye wakuliramu toyagala kulagayo bantu n'abaana bo. I think that's really a symptom again of westernized culture where we feel that we are only defined by material things. And that's something that we need to redefine. Kubanga ffe ng'abaddugavu ng'Abaganda tetwasuulanga bakadde baffe oba bajjajjaffe nga n'ekirala ogendayo bugenzi ku Christmas. We've adopted this new tradition of only going to our villages of places of origin at Christmas time or at New Year's time or when someone dies. Omuntu afa, a relative or someone, ne mugenda ne muziika. Naye nga ne ku bijja teri afaayo ebijja bwe bifaanana. Tetugenda kulima ku bajjajjaffe, tomanyi ntaana y'ani oba ani. Your parents are living in a bit of a miserable situation, but you've got a beautiful home in whatever suburb of Kampala. You're living so comfortably. You don't even want to take your children there because they might have to use pit latrines. They might have to fetch water, which some of us are like, abaana bange tebakola ebyo, abaana bange tebakola kino. Naye abaana era nga bwe nzirayo bw'oba bayigirizza empisa n'ennono zaffe, You don't have to worry about how your children perceive the village or your parents or your grandparents or your relatives because you've already instilled in them a sense of identity. They're not defined by places or things. They're defined by culture and ancestry. Omwana ayinza okwagala jjajjaawe, jjajjaawe ayinza okumwagala. Omwana ayagaddwa ajja kwagala abantu abalala ate omwana ayagaddwa jjajjaawe abeera wanjawulo. Ate bajjajjaffe oba bamaama baffe oba bataata baffe balina empisa balina engeri gye bainstilling a discipline ku muzzukulu gwe ky'oyinza okuba nga tosobola kukola. We've given up our parents as secondary caregivers. I don't know when the last time was that we actually took our children during school holidays to the village as opposed to having them at home doing the bare minimum nga basiiba n'abakozi oba nga basiiba ku television. And you, as a parent, of course, we're in this cogwheel, we're in this hamster wheel. So we need to go out there and earn money because, of course, our careers don't stop with children having holidays. Instead of giving them to our parents, so having them experience a simpler way of life, of them bonding with the places we come from, bonding with our relatives, bonding with our parents, bonding with our grandparents, we rather much prefer that we are basically defined by, or we'd rather send them to holiday camp or pony camp or enroll them in German lessons or English lessons instead of okutwala omwana n'ayiga okuwaata ettooke n'ayiga okwera oluggya si nti mulenzi si nti muwala naye mu kuyiga emirimu egyo egy'omukyalo ate babeera n'essanyu omwana akeera ku makya ku kyalo n'agenda okunoonya amapeera n'agenda okunoonya it's a simpler way of life. It's a reset button. And the lives out there have meaning. Abantu b'omukyalo babeera n'engero. They have time for you. They're happy. Ate ekirala ne bwe baba tebalina, give them. They're your relatives. It takes a village to raise a child. Some of us will tell you, I got here by myself. No, you did not. You had support in so many ways. They might not have been monetary. But abantu bewaffe batusupportinga nnyo. Oba omuntu n'afuna degree ne kwegamba balina, what is that? They have pride in you. We need to share those origins with our children, but we also need to be conscious and take care of our grandparents and our parents, not only economically, but emotionally. Ebiseera bino ebya COVID, I know they did say about social distancing, but my mother lives in her house by herself now. And so, so I was like, you know what? Ninaku budde kwa ebiseera ebisinga n'essimu evuga nuga kati mama tanjagaza ki. My mom lives like 20 minutes from me, but because life is so hectic, I always have to schedule visits to her, and then I have to time them so that I can go back and do the things that I promised other people that might not be of importance. Nina okuddayo eri ewangu oba nina okuddayo n'enkola ebintu ne muyisa mu bwangu oba n'oleeta ebintu ng'obireetedde muzeeyi n'obitikkula butikkuzi n'omusiibula. Nomugamba maama kati bw'onooba weetaaga ekintu ekirala ononkubira ate kati twafuna WhatsApp. We depend on WhatsApp to connect with people. That's okay if it's not your family, if it's not mama oba taata wo abaakukuza. Tutwale obudde tugendengayo ate tubawe n'abazzukulu babeereko n'abazzukulu. Like I said, they get a glimpse into the future generation. They'll even tell you nti omwana ono ali bwati ne bwati afaanana jjajjaawo gundi naye kano akantu bw'otakalwanyisa kajja kubeera kaki ka buzibu. Like I said, they see things, they know things. They can share things with our children that we might not be able to. They'll give our children time. But what our children will give them is joy. Even us taking time to take our children there. Omwana n'omulekako ne jjajja ennaku 4-5. Kakati nno mmwe ababeera ebweru mumanyi n'okujja wano. And you don't make it to the village. You don't make it at all to see your relatives. You don't take your children to see the graves of your relatives. If you've lost your mother or your father, abaana mubatwalangako ku bijja n'omulaga nti jjajjaawo gundi agalamidde wano, ono jjajjaawo gundi agalamidde wano. It's so important because what that does, it also curbs them wanting to sell ettaka. ery'ebijja. Omwana bw'aba tamanyi makulu ga kyalo, tamanyi makulu ga bijja, n'afa, omuntu n'afa n'asikira ettaka eryo agenda kusenda ebijja. They see no value in it because it doesn't have an emotional connection with them. You know? Or some of us are even worse. We don't go see our parents because we feel, again, that embarrasses or that they didn't do enough for us. Now, yeah, as a parent now, knowing full well that you can only do the best you can emotionally and mentally for a child, maybe your father or your mother, but we have to be appreciative. Again, it comes from manners and culture because appreciation and gratitude comes from being humble and thanking God and all the spirits above that someone took time to raise you. So while our parents are in their twilight years, let's talk to them. Let's hear them. Let's sit with them. Let's share our children with them. But most of all, let them share themselves and their experiences with us. Because oyinza okulowooza nti bamama affe ne bataata baffe tebaaliwo naye abasinga baaliwo. Sometimes by just sitting with them you learn so much because as a child you were a child, so they had to treat you as a child. There were things that they couldn't talk to you about, but as an adult they'll tell you things, they'll tell you stories of days gone by that really will reshape the way you see your parents. But it's such a joy to share with your parents. It's such a joy to share with your grandparents. It's a joy to share with your relatives. Life might not have been all roses when you're growing up, but remember they're still there for a limited period of time because I believe that we're all here for a reason and a season and we must return home at some point. But what we learn on this planet should be powerful enough that when you go, you say you lived, you didn't exist, you lived. And then leave a generation that can talk about Jajjagundi ne Jajjagundi. Don't leave a generation that has no connection whatsoever to their roots, to their bloodlines, to their ancestry. Abaana tubatwaleko mu byalo, bakadde baffe tutuuleko nabo, tunyumye nabo, tuwaye nabo, tubafeeko. It doesn't take physical presence to be in your parents' lives. Make it a routine to call them every night, just to say mnange mama, osiibye otya, oba taata osiibye otya. They might have rambling stories, but teekako ka airtime akamala ng'omanyi kano ka muzeeyi oba ka mukadde oba ka mukulu nga bwe tubayita. Anyways, I really don't have much speculation to say, but I need to share this. So on, was it Saturday? I was lucky enough to get a clip from NTV. And this clip was about Ssekabaka Edward Ruwangula wa Lugembe Muteesa Owookubiri. It was the 50th anniversary nga yajja omukono mu ngabo. Oh, what a beautiful clip it was. It actually brought a tear to my eye because it had so much history. And I feel like this is another initiative that we must take on as people, is looking for media archives that represent our history, compiling them and making it into, I don't know if you know PBS, they always have these documentaries, and compiling them into a weekly documentary that we share with the masses so that our history is not buried in boxes or in archives that nobody ever looks at. We must find books that talk about us, talk about different tribes, you know, share them with everyone and anyone, not just a person from that particular tribe. Anyway, this is Nana. This has been the Nakinyuguzi Chronicles, and I'll see you very soon.